So Andrew Tate was arrested. And before we get into the nuances of what went on, I'm going to allow the news network to kind of build up that context.
Controversial influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are arrested in Romania as part of a human trafficking probe. Now, this news comes just hours after Tate made waves with climate activist Greta Thunberg going back and forth on Twitter about carbon dioxide emitting cars.
So it seems like this all started because Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg were just going at it. So how did this even begin, or why did Andrew Tate or Greta Thunberg start this debate? Well, it turns out that Andrew Tate was probably most likely the person, the individual that ended up starting this entire controversy. And it all started with this tweet. If you take a look at this tweet, it says, "Hello, at Greta Thunberg." Obviously, he's introducing himself politely. "I have 33 cars." And then, of course, he ends up talking about the cars that he has, 2 of the cars he has, and he's just describing them. And then if you see down below in the message, it says, "Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions." And obviously, if you take a look at the image down below, you will see that it's Andrew Tate pumping gas into one of his expensive vehicles that emits enormous amounts of emissions. So obviously you can see that he's hooking up the bait to the hook and he's just going to cast it out. And of course, Greta Thunberg being Greta Thunberg, she's going to get hooked. And she ends up responding with, "Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com." Which is pretty much an initiation to, yeah, I want to debate you, Andrew Tate. Let's get started. And of course, because she tweeted that, Andrew Tate ended up tweeting back with, "How dare you?" Which I thought was pretty funny. All right, look, I know that some people are probably gonna look at me and be like, "You think Andrew Tate is funny?" Like, I mean, yeah, like pretty funny, entertaining. I know that he does this for entertainment value as well, but at the same time, like, you know, if this isn't your sense of humor, I totally understand. I'm not gonna like look down at you or anything like that, but I mean, nonetheless, it is pretty funny, you know. And I think the most productive thing that Greta Thunberg should have done was not respond to him, but obviously she did, and so now she's engaging with somebody who's probably gonna make this into a game. There's this person by the name of Jake Shields who tweets, "Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg need to stop flirting and just f already." And of course, Andrew Tate says she ain't ready, which is absolutely ambiguous, and anybody can take that phrase and interpret it in any way they want. So I think that maybe he should have been a little more clear, but just in case you guys are wondering, like, isn't she a minor? Well, she's already 19 years old. She was born in 2003, so she's no longer a minor, but I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys judge. I know this is probably something that most people are uncomfortable with when it's somebody so much older compared to somebody who is as young as Greta Thunberg. So I'm gonna let you guys cast that judgment. And of course, the communities, both Greta Thunberg and Andrew Tate's communities, they're just going back and forth saying that no, Andrew Tate won, and other people are saying no, Greta Thunberg won. And of course, somebody ended up tweeting out this funny image of Greta Thunberg just owning Andrew Tate. It's quite symbolic. I don't know if she ended up owning Andrew Tate. Obviously, her community is gonna say so, and then of course Andrew Tate is gonna say that Andrew Tate ended up owning Greta Thunberg. It all depends on your perspective. And since she decided to engage with Andrew Tate in this manner of debate where they're both just fighting dirty, Andrew Tate, I guess he's a little more experienced when it comes to this kind of stuff, so he ended up dropping a video where he's just kind of more or less mocking Greta Thunberg, with him just driving all of his expensive cars, hopping onto a plane that emits a ton of emissions, and of course boats as well. And it's just him laughing over and over again. I thought this was pretty interesting.
It's all wrong.
Why?
I shouldn't be up here. You have stolen my dreams. Yet, you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? All you can talk about is money.
So I mean, go through my pockets. It's hard to find my cigars amongst all the money.
No, it's not, dude. Shut up, man. He has to make everything so grandiose. But nonetheless, I thought that entire video was quite humorous. And depending on you, whether you find that funny or not, it's your judgment, you call it. I do, however, want to show you guys one more video that I thought was absolutely hilarious, and that's of his boy Adin Ross. Now, if you guys don't know who that is, that's Andrew Tate's bestie. They sleep over each other's houses. Well, more or less, Adin is the one who sleeps over his house. Play patty cake when no one's looking. Take a look at this video that he ended up dropping not too long ago.
What do you guys think is the reasoning for this raid? Tell me right now, everyone's comments. Let's have a chat let's have a chat inside of the comment section right now. All right, Andrew and Tristan. I love you.
That's funny, man. This guy is crazy, dude. Listen, man, I think that's a beautiful friendship, okay? And it's quite unfortunate that this is happening to his boy, because who knows what the future's gonna hold. Even Adin Ross, he's kind of worried. He's all like, you know, I don't know if this is true or not. Like, hopefully it's not true. Like, even he's hopeful for the fact that this could potentially be something that Andrew Tate has to face. Nonetheless, though, I do want to talk about something that he ended up saying in that same clip, and I thought it was quite concerning.
And this is also just a side thing. I thought, if they have trouble getting out of jail, this is exactly why we need Trump back in office, so he can pardon them.
No, that is not how it works, Adin. Like, the thing is that you can't just pardon somebody in another country. Even if you are the president of the United States, even if Trump was in the office, he can't pardon somebody in Romania. He can only pardon somebody in the United States. Now, of course, if Trump was in office, he could probably just twist hands, twist arms to try to get Andrew Tate out of jail or prison. But generally, that's not how it works. That's not, you can't just get a president to pardon somebody in another country. And also, I do also want to say, Adin, like, bro, like, you know, if I know he doesn't know too much about politics, but it's best just to not engage with the political field. Just stay away from this, bro. Trust me when I tell you, like, when you say stuff like this, it pretty much feeds an idea that isn't even surrounded by facts. You know, because again, like, you saying that, oh, we need Trump to pardon somebody from another country, like, there's so many details that you're missing out. Like what I just told you, you know, a president can't pardon somebody in another country. Try to understand the system, because this is, you know, this isn't, what you're saying is not correct. You can't do that. Now, I want to show you guys just one video really quick, because everybody's still speculating on this, and they're saying that this is perhaps the reason why the authorities ended up closing in on Andrew Tate.
Please bring me pizza, and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot.
Now, this is a clip from the actual video. If you guys want to see that video in full context, I'm going to go ahead and link that down below. But this clip, the reason why I pulled it out was because everybody's speculating that the reason why Andrew Tate got caught by the authorities was because of the pizza box that he ended up pulling out, or was handed to him. As you can see, it has a name on it, Jerry's Pizza. And so a lot of people are saying that the authorities were already looking for Andrew Tate, and they were just waiting for him to return back to Romania. And so when he pulled out those boxes, they saw the name and said, hey, you know what? That's a pizza shop or a local pizzeria that is omnipresent in Romania. So the authorities, they got wise and said, oh, you know what? Like, since he has that pizza box and it says Jerry's Pizza, he must be in Romania. And so they took it upon themselves to go and arrest Andrew Tate, since there was a high possibility that he was back in Romania. And so they took initiative, and obviously that's what led to his arrest. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but it could be legitimate. Who knows? Because if you type up Jerry's Pizza online, you will see that there are multiple pizzerias saying Jerry's Pizza, and they're all in Bucharest, Romania. So that could be a possibility. However, we really don't know what's going on until further details, until this story is better developed. We're going to know what went on and how Andrew Tate was caught and what Andrew Tate is going to say. Again, he's being detained for 24 hours and they're questioning him right now. And of course, they've charged him, but who knows if they're going to drop the charges or what it looks like for Andrew Tate in the future. So I just want to go ahead and just kind of leave you guys with that. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today.